Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a roundup of all of my berry winter blushes. I have a lot of them and I do swatches, so I hope you enjoy. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe if you have not already, and let's get into it. So I've categorized them into 3 sections: liquids, creams, and then powders. So I'm going to start with liquids. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Saie Dew Blush in the shade Dreamy. This is a liquid blush that is pretty thin and dewy on the skin, and it blends really easily into the skin as well. If you like blushes that have a matte finish, you would not like this because this has a very dewy finish. And I like this one because it's really easy to work with and it's a really good minimal makeup type of blush. The shade is gorgeous. It pulls really like fuchsia on my skin tone. I just love the texture. It's nice and hydrating and thin and easy to work with, like I said. So this is a gorgeous berry winter blush that I honestly use throughout the entire year, but it definitely fit well into this category. Next is the ARMANI Luminous Silk Blush in the shade 65. This is a bit deeper in shade as compared to the Saie Dewy blush. Still very pretty. This has more of a matte finish or like a satin finish. You do have to work kind of quickly with this formula and blend it out one cheek at a time, but it is still such a gorgeous berry flush. And honestly, I just love the packaging. It does this thing where it like clicks shut and it's so satisfying. I really like the other shades of this as well. Next up we have the Cheekslime by FRECK in the shade Jam Sesh, and these used to be twice the size of this. I'm pretty sure they used to be like an entire ounce of product and now it's only 0.5 of an ounce. This has definitely experienced the shrinkflation that many companies have experienced. If the prices do not compare and the price is not half the amount, then I would be concerned, which it probably isn't, because who's doing that right now? No businesses. I like how tiny and cute it is, and this packaging is so fun. No other company has packaging like this, and I think that's unique. But this one is more of like a gel cream texture, but a little bit goes a very long way, so I would definitely recommend using the tiniest amount. It'll take you forever to get through this. This shade is really pretty. It's more of like a warm berry tone, and it has a matte finish as well. The packaging kind of reminds me of Mio. Next up we have the YSL new Lip and Cheek Balmy Tint. This is in the shade Chills, and this is so pretty. Someone I follow, which many of you might follow as well, is Christina Nadine, I think you say her last name, but she is mixed Filipino too, and she loves this blush, and anything she loves is I want it because she's so beautiful and she makes everything look so good. But she wears this all the time and it looks gorgeous on her. It's a very natural flush. It does have a dewy finish as well. Honestly, you could use this year round like she does and just throw it in your bag and put it on whenever, because it's pretty easy, travel friendly packaging. It's not super pigmented or opaque, so it spreads across the skin really easily and is quite sheer on the skin too. You can really like see through it. It's a very translucent flush of color on the face, and it has a very true gel texture as well. I just think this is so pretty. I do think that this works best on like no makeup days or light makeup days, although you can wear it on a full face, but you will kind of have a dew. And I haven't done it on like a full beat, but I do worry that maybe this would break through the makeup underneath it, so I would recommend using this on a more no makeup day. And this is more of like a grape berry color rather than like a raspberry berry color, in my opinion. It's so pretty, and I definitely need to pull this out and wear this more. I have 2 Glossier cloud paints to talk about. When I was looking for shades in my collection, I immediately thought of the shade Eve because it's this like deep chocolatey berry shade, but then I also thought of the shade Haze because this is very berry on the cheeks as well. It's a lot more vibrant, but still just as gorgeous. This formula is so pretty. This first shade is the shade Eve, like I mentioned, and this is pretty deep coming out of the tube, and it has a lot more depth to it, as you can see. But once it's sheared out, it is such a like grape jelly berry again, and it's so pretty on the skin. I like this for an evening look and just more of like a vampy type of look because it pulls pretty deep on my skin tone and pretty purpley. And this one is such an easy formula to work with. This formula is a long-standing love of mine. I love these, and I like that they're liquid, but they don't separate in the tube and they stay very consistent. I've had cloud paints that I've had for years and they never separate and they still work just as fine as like the first day I got them. So I really love that about these, and I really love the packaging too. I love that it looks like a little paint tube. Next up is the shade Haze, and I would say that this shade is very similar to the YSL one. It's pretty sheer, but it doesn't have that like dewy finish like the YSL one does, but it's brighter than the shade Eve and more of like a raspberry berry shade. So pretty though, really good for daytime, I think. We're moving on to cream blushes now. This is the Persona Multi-Stick Blush in the shade Jam. Perfect name for this video, by the way. And this is such a gorgeous, delicious, jammy shade. This does pull pretty bright on the skin as well. I love a stick product, and this one is really easy to work with. It blends super easily. It does have a bit of a dewy finish, which I really like. A little bit goes a long way as well. And I just love like how punchy and pretty this one is once it's sheared out. I have some stick blushes by Milk, and these are some of my favorite products by Milk and some of my favorite products in my collection. They're so easy to use. I love how small and compact they are, honestly, and you get a lot of use and wear out of them too. I'm a lot more drawn to like miniature makeup these days because I have too much makeup, so it's nice to have something that I feel like I could possibly get through. But anyway, this is the shade Muse, and this is their Lip and Cheek, which is another nice thing. You can use them on your lips and cheeks. They also smell really good. They have this like juicy, fruity scent to them. The shade Muse, I wasn't expecting to be as berry on my skin tone, but it does turn quite berry once I blend it out. From the tube, it kind of looks almost like an oxblood shade, but when I blend it out on the skin, it comes out to be more of like a cranberry berry shade, and it's a bit like deeper than the other shades I have and pulls a lot more red, but I still categorize this as a berry shade, and I think is so pretty. They're so easy to work with. They also have a dewy finish, so if you like a dewy finish, I would recommend this one. The nice thing about this one is you really can put this on like a full beat, a full face of makeup, and you can wear it on no makeup days, so I like the versatility of these. Again, this is a lip and cheek, so you can put this on your lips and you can get that monochromatic look if you'd like. The shade Muse is so pretty, but a shade I like more than Muse is the shade Quickie. This is such a beautiful berry shade. I used to have like the huge packaging of this. I've had this shade in my collection since I was like in early college. It is such a beautiful blush. I obviously have a fresh one here and it's not like 10 years old, but this one is so pretty. This one is definitely more raspberry grape jelly kind of berry on my skin, and it just looks so like brightening and fresh on the skin. It's very much a berry shade that looks like you've just come in from a winter walk. Your cheeks are pinched and just like that perfect berry shade, but this also is dewy, so it just looks really fresh, and I like that, especially in the winter time, because my skin can look so dry, dehydrated, and just like dull. So the little sheen that this gives is so pretty and lively on the face, and again, they smell so good. I don't know, it's a very nostalgic scent, and for some reason this shade specifically is extra fragrant in the best way because I love the smell. And I love that they've never discontinued this shade because it's just so good. Next I have the Tower 28 BeachPlease cream blush in the shade After Hours, and this is definitely a thicker cream. It's more putty-like and has a lot more grip than the other cream blushes that I was talking about. This is also pretty pigmented, and again, a little bit does go a long way, but this one lasts pretty well throughout the day for a cream blush. I really like this one. I would also say this is more full coverage than some of the other cream blushes that I've talked about that are more translucent and you can like see the skin through them. This one is just a lot more oomph and impact on the cheeks than the other ones, and it's not really a translucent blush unless you're really blending it out and shearing it out. Otherwise you get some full coverage blush application with this one. This does have a beautiful dewy finish on the cheeks as well, and I really like that. This is one of my favorite cream blushes because it's so easy to work with, and you can shear it out and get that light application or pack it on and get a real punchy cheek. But this one is so pretty. I will say this pulls a little bit more pinky berry than the rest of them. The rest of them are more like raspberry, grape berry shades, but this one is more pinky berry, more strawberry, I would say, like more strawberry winter berry shade. I need to pull those blushes back out because they're so pretty and I haven't used them in a long time. And then we have the Kaja Dewy Bar, I think this is called. Yeah, Dewy Bar in the shade Berry Sparkler, and these are so pretty. They're shaped like little deodorant sticks. They have a slight like fruity scent as well, and this one I would say is the dewiest of all of my cream liquid blushes because it really does have that like fresh facial face shine to it, if that makes sense. And it is so pretty, definitely more for a light coverage makeup day because it doesn't last as well on the skin because of how dewy it is, but so pretty and so fresh on the cheeks, kind of like the Milk makeup one. I just Love how dewy this can look on the cheeks, especially in the winter when I am struggling with really dry skin. If I need like a really refreshing makeup look, I will pick something like this because it'll just make me look so healthy and juicy and not like I'm dry and crusty from the winter cold. This isn't my favorite kind of packaging though. I would rather have like a regular stick than this, I think. Lastly, we have the Phytosurgence cream blush in the shade Fervor. This is such a beautiful berry shade. I love pulling this out in the winter time. This one is more moussey and creamier, and it kind of resembles the Tower 28 blush, but isn't as dewy. And this one blends so well. I love Phytosurgence blushes because they just blend so seamlessly across the face. They're so easy to use. A little does go a long way with this one as well. And it just gives me the most beautiful winter flush on the cheeks. And yeah, I love this one. I love, again, pulling this out during this time of year. This one also lasts a very long time on the cheeks for a cream blush and is just a long time fave. Moving on to powder blushes. I put this in the front of this part of the list because it is a cross between a powder and a cream. It's kind of this putty texture. This is the MAC Glow Play blush in the shade Rosy Does It. And this is much more of a berry shade on me than it is a rosy shade. Definitely pulls true berry on my cheeks. And I love this one because it has this really beautiful pearlescent finish to it. It's not shimmery or glittery. It's just like a pearly finish on the cheeks and it's so pretty. Again, this gives you a nice like fresh cheek look like the gels do, like the YSL one does or the Milk Makeup one does, but this is in a more powder formula. So this one's really nice if you want something longer lasting, but you really want that like fresh look on the cheeks as well because it does have that pearlescent finish. So pretty. This one took me by surprise because of how fresh it looks on the cheeks. The tone is just so beautiful. I actually want to apply some right now. I love the Glow Play blushes. They're just such a wonderful formula. And these ones are a bit easier to work with when it comes to the realm of powder berry blushes because berry blushes are quite pigmented and they can almost stain the cheeks, but this one is so light on the face and you do kind of have to layer it up for you to get the impact that the other powder blushes would give you. But this one is nice because you have more room to play, especially if you're like newer to makeup and you want a berry shade without the intense pigment. So yeah, I love this one for many reasons. And I love the Glow Play blush formula for that reason as well. It's just like a very easy, user-friendly formula. This, however, is not as easy to use. This is the Persona blush in the shade Jam as well. This is a pretty intense, pretty vibrant berry blush, and this is a little bit hard to work with because of how pigmented it is. Oh my god, I can't say that. Because of how pigmented it is. That's so hard to say. Pigmented is. Anyway, you do need a blush that is lighter and fluffier so you don't pick up too much product all at once, and then you can just dust it on your cheeks. Little does go a very long way. And this one kind of has more of like a white base to it. This one pulls a lot more like vibrant fuchsia on the cheeks and more berry in that sense. So if you want something more fuchsia, pink, and very opaque, then I would pick this one because it is very intense, but in the best way. Another one like that is very pigmented, a lot gets picked up on the brush all at once, is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Fresh Wear blush in the shade Legendary Berry. This is very, very pigmented as well, and you really need the littlest amount. And I will say this is a little bit more difficult to blend too because it can get a little patchy and you do have to be very light-handed with it in order for it not to be patchy, but it is such a stunning drugstore option for a berry blush. This pulls a little bit deeper than the other berries as well, so it's not as punchy but still very, very pretty, and is still pretty punchy in the realm of punchiness for blushes, just not in this spectrum of blushes that I'm talking about. So yeah, this one is gorge. It also comes with this really nice mirror on the inside. Now that I'm saying this all out loud, all of the powder blushes except for the MAC one are very intense, very pigmented blushes. Like this next one I'm talking about, this is the Kosas blush. This is the Blushes Life Baked Blush in the shade Chills. So pretty. I love the marbling on this, but this is also very pigmented. You need very little on your brush and a little does go a long way. This one is a little patchy as well, but a little bit easier to work with than the L'Oreal one. And this does kind of have like a pearlescent finish on the skin too. So pretty. I love the packaging of this. The marbling is just everything to me. This one also isn't as punchy. It resembles this L'Oreal blush by being more of like a muted berry shade, not as like vibrant. Very much a like grape jelly berry shade. Lastly, we have this Patrick Ta duo. This is in the shade She's Wanted, and this comes with a cream and a powder, which is really nice because you get the best of both worlds. And this one is hard to work with too. I will say the powder is a lot harder to work with than the cream because it can get patchy if you're not careful. The shade is so pretty. It just draws you in. I love how beautiful this shade is. It's a very like royal regal shade in my opinion, and for some reason this Patrick Ta one looks especially like royal and regal. Those are all of the berry blushes in my collection. I hope you enjoyed. I love a berry blush, especially on my skin tone. I think it complements my skin tone so well. If you have an olive skin tone, berries just look so gorgeous on you. So if you have not tried one yet and you're an olive skin tone person, I would definitely recommend. Lots of options out there for dewy blushes, powders, creams, whatever you want. They have a beautiful berry shade, I'm sure of it. So I definitely recommend trying it out if you have not tried a berry shade yet, because it will surprise you. It kind of reminds me of like a red blush. Like red can feel very overwhelming or just not an everyday shade, but it surprises you because red is such a beautiful everyday shade. And similarly, I feel like a berry blush is something that you think wouldn't be an everyday shade, but it can be the most gorgeous everyday shade. And I love wearing it in the winter time, but honestly, I like wearing it all year long. I would love to hear if you have any berry blushes that you would recommend. And I would also love to know what other types of videos you want from me. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what I should be filming, so please let me know. I hope you're having the best day wherever you are. I love you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!